You start writing checks for UFC.
Yeah, come on. Don't
we work
So
for the UFC.
bail out.
the idea is I'm gonna talk about a fight. DJ is going to give you a 1, 2, 3. On 3, you flip which side, and then you will have to explain yourself as to why.
So it has to be a finish.
I'm the best
You
at this.
hold on.
I just want to point out.
Hold on.
I am
Kevin
the
Lee,
GOAT at this.
As
Check
Kevin
the
Lee,
record.
as Kevin Lee points this out, I'm not even kidding. We actually have another clip of you being right again.
Wow.
So you know, if fighting doesn't work out, sports betting might be in your future.
Love it.
Are you on that yet? You should be.
All right.
Hang on.
All right.
Is there decisions or they're just
No.
knockout? Or
Just
or-
knockout or tap
Most
out.
likely.
That's
Most
it.
likely. There's none of. Sometimes people do this. This is not. This is no. Knockout, tap out, figured out.
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah, that's no.
Switzerland over
It's a good idea, but it's not even yours. All right, main card, fight 1, light heavyweight fight. Gokan, I can't say his first name.
Gohan Gosaki.
Gokan.
The Rebel Saki versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. I know him as Saki and Khalil. All right, on the count of 3.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Boom.
Boom.
Well, yours is upside down.
Boom.
So
There we go.
Boom.
So upside down means vicious
Somewhat
knockout.
vicious knockout.
Explain yourself.
Okay,
Who's
yeah.
gonna knock whom out and why?
I'm gonna have to say Saki. He's been a kickboxer. I know he's one of the best world kickboxers in the world.
Yep,
And now
yep.
he's in mixed martial arts, and he's got himself another kickboxer. So he should be
Yes.
really comfortable. And I see him going out there and getting a knockout against Roundtree.
He does well against southpaws. Kevin?
I like Khalil in it. You know, Saki's only done MMA so many times.
Once.
Got real tired in his other
Well,
fights.
yeah.
But he does train with him, I think, a little bit, right?
And I trained with Khalil a little bit. I seen what the man can do.
Okay.
He can
Maybe that's for
fight.
the bias. Okay.
Maybe a little bias in there, but I gotta go with the experience. Khalil's just done it more, and after this, then Chris Weidman gonna owe me a beer.
Okay. Well, you know,
No
I'm going to go
problem,
ahead and go on Gosaki. I think he's going to get knocked out. This guy is an amazing kickboxer. I remember watching him in the K1 Grand Finale tournament.
Yes.
Fighting Alistair Overeem, working Alistair Overeem, just working him with the left of the body,
Wait,
left
who
upper hook.
who won that fight though?
Well, Alistair Overeem won the fight because he was super huge, hint, hint, and he broke his arm for kicking him.
Bro, what are you hating on the horse meat
Well,
for?
That seemed
it was
like
the
some
horse
shade.
meat. The horse
Everyone
is
was
fantastic.
eating horse meat worldwide.
Hey.
Again,
Call it away. But I
Metro
got Gohan
PCS.
Gosaki. I got Gohan Gosaki.
That's why we say you will get one-of-a-kind fighter analysis on the Metro PCS Purple Couch, because people talk about horse
was
meat.
huge.
You're not
They even
scared.
get
was
some
huge.
insecurities
He looked
coming
so
out.
good.
What I
It
want
was
you
so
to do
good.
is I want you to go find a picture
He was
Alistair
dude.
Overeem and the
hey,
K1 World Tournament.
Bro,
You
you
look
are
really
great.
You're right. No,
You
you're
look
right.
really-
You're
Give
right.
it
What's
Real.
gonna happen when he comes after
You're right.
you?
Come on,
Overeem's a scary
you so
dude.
freaking big then. Huh? Tell me that.
All
What's
right,
the difference?
next fight.
Get a
next
different
fight.
strength coach, bro.
Order. I need like a gavel over here. All right. Next fight, lightweight fight, Michael the Maverick Chiesa versus Anthony Showtime Pettis. All right, you want to count us down?
Yeah, I'll count us down. And 1, 2, 3, boom. Oh, this, I'm gonna go there.
All right, you want to start with us?
Yeah, I'll go with
Champ.
I'm gonna go with Michael Chiesa. I like both guys. I think they're both great athletes. I think Mike Chiesa's been working down at the UFC PI. One of Anthony Pettis'
Don't
big.
Shout out, little shout out.
What?
Forrest Griffin,
Don't
love that.
put us in that. No.
Whoa.
Hey, you know who else has been
Brownie
working out there?
points.
Anthony Pettis, who's been there today.
Oh,
Well,
what
there
day?
you go. There.
Okay,
It's a
well,
wash.
I know personally that Mike Chiesa did his whole camp out here at the UFC PI.
whole camp?
But with that being said,
Saturday.
I think Michael Chiesa is very good at the ground game, and I think if he can exploit just trying to wrestle the living hell out of Anthony Pettis, I think he gets back at a
Don't
tap
get
out.
him
We're not gonna-
space.
Don't give him space.
Don't
jump
let
on
him set up any fanciness.
Exactly, and I think he can make that happen.
What do you got? Because I know you
I
still
don't
like Chiesa.
I don't like both guys.
Did you punch Chiesa?
Yeah, I don't like both guys.
You right with that.
But and Pettis is my boy. But as much as y'all think I'd be biased, I'm probably going with Chiesa.
Wow.
He's a
Why
big
is that?
motherfucker.
I hope Anthony ain't
Well,
seeing
see,
this
he's
right
so
now. Locker
big.
room.
He's so big he didn't make weight.
Yeah,
That's how big he is.
Yeah.
He's
So
big.
big.
He's gonna keep pushing forward. I'm praying that I'm wrong. I really am. I'm probably gonna put money against myself on here, but
That's
I
called
like
hedging
Pettis a
your
lot
bets,
more.
yeah.
I think Pettis will be fast. He will get to the punch, but I gotta go with Chiesa.
Oh,
Chiesa's,
yeah.
Chiesa's got a good
Chiesa's a
chin.
dog,
hate
man.
to
He
do
goes
it.
out there and
He's
he
a dog.
makes it a dog
Oh.
fight.
Well, and he's got a
Gotta
good
be
chin,
real.
too.
Is it my turn
Chris.
yet?
Yeah.
Thank
I gotta be
you.
Chris.
Thanks for the
Chris.
cue. All right, well, I'm going with Chiesa as well. You know, Anthony has had some problems with wrestlers, and Chiesa is definitely a big wrestler who brings the pressure. He could take a punch. He could take a kick. but I think he'll eventually get to the floor, and I agree with Demetrious. The rear naked choke, he's good at taking the back and taking that choke, so I feel like that's probably the most reasonable thing.
I agree. He's a big boy, man.
He's a
big
boy.
All right,
boy.
we got to hurry. Heavyweight fight, Francis the Predator Ngannou. Oh,
Sorry,
nope,
1 second.
nope.
A little technical difficulties.
We're doing the Twitter poll.
The studio.
Oh, look,
page
they
got-
made you wear. They made you
blaming
wear
the
the
studio.
socks too. All right, all right. Twitter poll. All right. It is time for our Twitter poll. A really tough question to answer. Other than DJ versus Cejudo, UFC 227 main event, what are you guys? What fight are you guys most excited to see? The following main events: DC Stipe, Garbrandt Dillashaw, or other.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
DC Stipe, because it's tonight, and I'm all about today, living in the moment, you know. And it's a super fight. It's the first of its kind, you know, and I think it's going to be an awesome fight.
I gotta go with probably Dillashaw and Garbrandt. You know, they both showed in their last fight that they can beat each other. I like a fight where you really don't know what's going to happen.
That's a good point.
I get excited about it. And they got such a high skill level. I feel like I'm going to learn a little bit from watching it.
All right, so the fans out there are going to tell us at MetroPCS, hashtag some or other, I don't know. Just go on to Metro. Twitter poll. Jeez.
Twitter poll.
All right, but right now, let us bring on UFC Hall of Famer Chuck Liddell. Chuck, thank you for
Chuck.
joining us.
Make some room, show some
Yeah,
Yeah, move.
those shoes are hideous and possibly dangerous, so please, please put the socks on.
No
it's
kicks,
illegal?
No kicks.
Medical detector, and they let this go through.
Wow. We got to step
So
up to
wait,
TSA.
time out. So what I just heard was Chuck tell us that his metal
No,
studded
it's just
shoes
weird.
aren't even real. Those are fake shoes. All right. We are doing knockout or tap out. Somebody tell Chuck the rules. Chuck, the rules are this. We're going to call a fight. A lot going on. Sorry, Chuck.
You want me, please?
Yeah, baby. Yeah, give me space.
2 things at a time at the most. All right, so the next fight is Francis the Predator Ngannou versus Derek the Black Beast Lewis. Now, all right, so I'm going to count to 3, Chuck. And on the count of 3, you have to say whether or not you think the fight is going to end in a knockout or tap out. So you flip this little thing, knockout, tap out, figured out. So it's segment's knockout, tap out, figured out. Are you ready, everybody? I'll call this one.
It's pretty easy.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Flip them. Let's see what you got. This should be kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Knockout. Gosh, why do you think it's going to be a knockout?
You know, because I'm an MMA fighter, I really have a lot of experience in this. So by watching both these guys fight, you know, I have that knowledge of knowing it's going to end in a knockout. They're just two monsters.
Just
they both
yeah,
swing to the
just
fences.
2 huge people.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, I got. Are we picking a winner here?
Yeah. Who's going to win?
I was thinking Ngannou, but I'm starting to think Black Beast.
Why?
Got a
Black
Black
Beast?
Beast feeling.
Why?
I just think
Why
he's
is that?
very unorthodox. I think he's going to. Do I hear someone breathing? Oh, that was.
Oh yeah. That's Chuck.
Is that me?
He literally had it in his mouth.
I couldn't hear
That's
myself.
amazing. I was afraid. I was
I'm
like,
hungry.
It sounds like a horror movie, you know? So I was, my God. All right, so who do you got?
I'm going with Francis. You know,
Knockout.
I think, by knockout, of
Why?
course.
Why come?
I think he's a little more athletic. I think he
A little quicker, maybe?
Quick question. I'm sorry to interrupt. Has Black Beast been knocked out before, ever? Do we know this?
I do. He's been TKO'd by Hunt. Hunt TKO'd him.
There you go.
Oh,
But I do not believe he's been knocked out.
Okay.
He's been
Sorry for
stopped.
interrupting.
He's been stopped at least twice, but both of those I honestly feel like were a little bit conditioning related.
You might
Like
be right.
he just got tired of getting hit by Mark Hunt. And it was like, oh,
But
dude.
Ngannou hasn't been knocked out either, though, right? I think he's been submitted or something.
Yeah.
Never
down early in his
never
career.
been knocked out.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's even ever been submitted.
Oh, my
actually,
bad, my bad.
Just the only fight he's lost.
lost a
against Steve.
decision
Uh,
or 2. He's lost 2 decisions.
I think he'll be faster.
Who you got? Who you
All
got?
right, Chuck.
I got Ngannou.
Yeah, they got it by knockout?
Yeah, by knockout. I think
Yeah.
he's gonna out athleticism out.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, everybody keeps saying, you know, Francis Ngannou is athletic, and that might just be because he's got abs or something. But I believe they're
Definitely
both.
does.
I believe my boy, the Beast is athletic just as much. I'm gonna go knockout with him. He always makes it a big, giant, ugly slugfest and gets a knockout.
which-
I think his cardio might be better. I just think it might be better. And so I'm going to go with the Black Beast with him. I'm gonna go
That's like slow and slower. I don't even know. It's obviously going to be a boring decision.
No.
Right now, hold on. Before we get to the main event, the heavyweight title fight for the baddest man in the world, we're going to go to a couch classic. So check this out, guys.
DC, how does your style match up against Stipe Miocic? I think it's good. You know, there are certain guys that are tough for me, but they have they do certain things, right? The big guy is a problem, but the fact that he does a lot of the same things as me, he wrestles and he boxes. You know, it makes me really like the matchup. Yeah.
He's relatively, I think he's done well at heavyweight because he's got very quick hands for heavyweight.
Fast. He's very fast. But
most importantly, though, he doesn't kick.
Yeah, he's not throwing kick after kick after kick after kick. So, and those are the types of guys that give me troubles when the guys just blast kick after kick. So, yeah, I like the matchup.
Not saying like we're special or anything, but we're just predicting the future like way ahead of time. All right, so the matchup is obviously Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. On the count of 3, are we ready? Knockout or tap out? 1, 2, go. Show me what you got. Oh, come on.
As a co-host, I get to pull this card. I don't know. Co-host, I get to pull
It's hard, man.
It's hard.
What do you got? Knockout?
Knockout.
Who's going to knock whom out?
Well, if it's between knockout and tap out, it's got to be Stipe. I would go Stipe against Cormier. But I think Cormier can win by decision if he plays it right.
Or maybe TKO, that's inclusive in knockout. So just to, edify the rules. Go ahead.
I'm there with him. I mean, I don't really, if you're making me choose knockout or tap out, I'm going knockout by Stipe. But really, I think it'll be a decision from Stipe. I think he'll put together a lot of punches. DC might get tired, and he'll run away with the decision.
So you got the light heavyweight moving up, getting more tired because
that's why you're not allowed to do a decision.
Because he's carrying the extra weight.
Listen,
over. I mean, at least
let me work here.
Well, that's one way to look at it.
But
I mean, you could say that.
At least throw me a TKO.
But then you're looking at, I mean, the light heavyweight champ weighs more than the heavyweight champ this time.
2 pounds. That's amazing.
He put on 40 pounds.
How's he going to move?
Weight.
How is he going to move?
That's a lot of weight to carry, and he gets tired in his 205-pound fights.
All right, so he gets tired, but I've never seen him even come close to quitting, let alone quitting forward press.
Oh, I don't think he'll quit.
No, not there's no quitting him, man.
I mean quit forward. He moves forward. I can tell he's tired, but he's not like accepting it. He just moves forward.
And you got to think about it too. When he cuts all that way to 205, he's recovering from that massive weight
cut.
And that's 40 pounds off him is gone.
I mean, he was well fueled through this camp.
Yeah.
Plenty of energy to trade. Chris, we always cut you off.
I'm one of those that I just want to go like this, but I'm not doing it. It's just I'm friends with both. I don't want them to see this, but I got to go with Stipe. I think Stipe ends up winning. It's hard, man. Isn't it hard to say?
Yeah, I'm friends with both too.
So DC's only been knocked out the one time, the head kick via head kick. But DC's kind of old. Stipe is relatively old too. But with that said, heavyweight tape.
Yeah, I know, right? He's old, so it's okay. He can get knocked out.
Hey, who's old?
But at the same time, DC brought up a good thing on that.
I'm older than both of them.
Chuck took that personal over here. Come on, you better. Oh.
He looks young.
DC said something that was interesting in the last Couch Classic that I didn't realize that. Only time he has trouble with people is when they do those kicks.
It's true.
A lot of kicks, and that what John Jones does all the time.
If you think about the Ozdemir fight, I was like, oh my God, he puts his head offline to the same side. If Ozdemir threw a switch kick, he would catch him right across the bridge of the nose. He never did that. He couldn't do it because of that pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think Stipe's been really taken down too much. If he gets taken down, it's going to be interesting him on his back.
Yeah.
Tough man on top.
Yeah. He doesn't get taken down because he's quicker than most heavyweights, so he sees that coming.
Yeah.
That's the game. Can DC get on top with that 250-plus pounds? Can he get on top of Stipe and make him tired?
But Stipe fights real well moving backwards too. Like you said, DC come forward. Stipe, a lot of his best performances him knocking dudes out from moving backwards.
Boom.
That was a weird. DC will not do that. That was Verdum was
Verdum
he was on that Brazil.
Verdum likes to start with like a jump flying kick or like crazy rush you or point down and punch you. Anyway, the most important thing we got going on at this moment is the Twitter poll results there were 700,000 people that voted in this Twitter poll.
How many?
That's not true.
What? Yeah, I was going to say no.
1 million. What? No, it's 2 million now. All right. So the Twitter poll results, 65% of the people were most excited to see Stipe versus DC, which makes sense because that's what we're going to see tonight. 26 were most excited to see Dillashaw versus Garbrandt. And 9% were very confused about what I was even talking about because things don't make sense out of my mouth.